Played out again toward the empty net. This one's on target, and it's swept away by Tkachuk.
Anyways, guys, yeah, NHL's back. Halloween's pretty close, but we got week 8. A bunch of big games are going on, but before we can get into that, we got to see where every team's at. So here are your week 8 power rankings. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Almost at halfway here. And with that, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Fun NFL. Please like and subscribe if you guys enjoy the NFL Week 8 Power Rankings. We're almost at the Sports Equinox, which I think is Monday, which is, again, when all the 4 major American sports will be occurring on the same day, which is pretty crazy to say. But anyway, Week 8, Halloween's right around the corner. We got a lot of big things going on right now, but the NFL still has a lot of things that, again, isn't really great with them. Again, we got some really bad teams, which is nice to know, but also there isn't really that many great teams. So if you have not watched previous Power Rankings, I definitely recommend seeing those so you can see the development of these. But number 32 is the worst team in football, which is very obvious. I mean, I guess not, again, if you're a Titans fan, which we'll get to in a minute. But number 1 is, again, the best team in football, which, again, no one knows who really it is right now, to be honest with you guys. There's a lot of different opinions, and I'll try not to talk too fast in this one. With that said, though, the worst team in the NFL right now, in my opinion, is obviously the New York Jets. They're the only winless team in football. They're the meme team. Freaking, what's their guy's name? They're not something Johnson. What is it? Johnson. I forgot. How am I just freaking Jets owner? Something, yeah, Woody Johnson. There we go. Not only, again, we look back to 2023, was he looking at Jerry Jeudy's Madden ratings and his teenage son or nephew, whoever the heck the kid was. Again, Jeff Ulbrich knows about kids meddling with his personnel, but he used, again, Jerry Jeudy's Madden rating to, again, not trade for him, I guess. I don't know what they were trying to do there. But there's a lot of bad things going on for the Jets right now. Again, he just absolutely flamed his quarterback, Justin Fields, for pretty good reason. Aaron Glenn got a lot of defense, which I don't really understand either because the defense has been pretty booty cheeks, at least at the last couple weeks, but more or less the entire season. So, Jets, they're absolutely atrocious. They're obviously last. Second to last, Titans, they put up a pretty poor effort last week as they got their absolute butts whooped by the Patriots. No one really didn't expect it, so I'm not going to really complain too much from that performance, again, as they really, again, offensively didn't do much of anything. Again, Cam Ward got had an absolutely horrible interception. It was almost as bad as what Will Levis was doing last year. Guys, man, I really hope Will Levis gets a shot to start in the league at some point in the future because, again, he's just straight up entertainment there when you look at it. But I don't know. Who knows what will happen there. But, yes, they didn't really look better with whatever McCoy, their new freaking interim head coach. They're really bad. But, again, at the same time, their defense isn't completely atrocious, so at least they have that going for them. 30, give me the Dolphins. They looked about as lifeless as a dead horse last week as their offense didn't really do much of anything as Tua absolutely stunk up the joint. I'm pissed that Jalen Waddle put up 2.5 points because, again, of how well Jahmyr Gibbs played. I'm not going to really try to, again, crash out too much from that fantasy week. But still, the Dolphins were absolutely horrible this past game. They got ran over. It was really just BTA on the Browns' part. And, again, it's the Browns. So, I mean, when that happens to you, you know you're pretty bad. But, hey, the light is there is definitely a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's coming really soon. So, again, Dolphins fans, just wait after this week, and you'll go on like an 8-game winning streak or something like you did in 2021. So, I'm still holding up for that, or not holding up for that. Waiting for that to happen. But anyway, that's number 30. Number 29, I think I have the. It's kind of a mess here. Raiders. The Raiders played so bad. They played even worse than the the Dolphins did, but again, I have no reason to talk about their game because of how bad they played. They don't even deserve to be talked about. All you need to know is that Geno Smith has been absolutely atrocious this year. They don't know how to use Ashton Genty, even though I do defend them kind of banning the run, because what else were they going to do? And their defense also isn't very good either. They're just a bad football team. Pete Carroll has completely done a terrible job so far, and they're just really bad. Worst team in the AFC. AFC? No, definitely not. They're not. They're the fourth worst team in the AFC. As you can see, there's definitely a theme coming in here, but that's gonna end right here because at number 28. No, I don't think it will. 28. Who do we have at 28? The freaking Saints. So again, that's where it does end. The Saints really more like the Aints, as they didn't really do much on offense last week against the Bears. I will say I like that Spencer Rattler is not a chicken. There we go. I can be clean. But, yeah, that's what I'll say there. Their offense wasn't good at all. I mean, he had a couple nice throws downfield. That's about it. Their defense was kind of lifeless, especially against the run. But I do like some of their players. Again, they're good enough to be competitive, but they're not a good team. That's what I'm going to keep telling you guys. That's the story about the Saints so far this season. Again, what are they? Freaking 1-6. Yeah, there we go. They're pretty lousy record. 27. I have the Browns. Cool, you blew out the Dolphins. The Dolphins, I don't really think are that bad, but still, they are that bad because how they played. You got a bunch of freaking rookies. You are in a war with Shedeur Sanders to give him playing time. I mean, guys, I don't really know why they drafted him in the first place. I mean, Dylan Gabriel obviously can run that offense pretty well, but yeah, the Browns don't really have much going for them. So, I mean, I guess the fact they go in this game and Quinshon Judkins looks like an absolute stud does help a lot. And they also have a really good defense, which again is the one, calling card they do in fact have. 26, I have the Giants. They deserve to be here, even though they're obviously a lot better than this team overall. The Giants are 2-5. They should be 3-4, arguably even 4-3 if you really think about it. But Jackson Dart has really put an element into this offense that is better than they've really ever had in a very, very long time. I'm going to argue that Jackson Dart, when he is on and he's playing on his A game, is better than any Giants quarterback they've had in a very, very, very long time. I love Eli, guys, but regular season overall, Jackson Dart and all, I think he's probably a more capable quarterback if we're going to be honest there. Cam Scatterville, I mean, he did an amazing game, but he was still decent. Again, but when you give up 33 points in the fourth quarter, where else am I going to put you guys? 25, I have the Panthers. I wanted to put them higher, but realistically, when you play with your food the way they did, and they need J.C. Horn, who actually kind of was burnt toast in this game now that I look back on the film. Yeah, there's no reason for me to put the higher. Yeah, they're on a 3-game winning streak. They played awesome against Cowboys in week 6. They kind of erased that all last week against the Jets. Cool, they won. The Jets can't score. They're often they don't have an offense. It's that simple. When you're playing a team like that, you got to win by 3 scores. I'm sorry. Like I'm really unsettled by that performance. Like, hey, you can say, hey, a win's a win, but that is not how you want to play against the Bills this week. I'll tell you that. You're going to get your absolute butts whipped. Again, I don't love how the Bills are looking either right now, but Panthers fans, you should be pretty pissed with how they played in this game. Even though, again, like, you know, they're not going to have Bryce Young either, so it doesn't really look too great right there. 24, I have the freaking Cardinals. Again, I love the Cardinals. I think they've been a very competitive team this year, but they've lost 5 straight games. What else am I going to tell you guys? If you're losing games, you're not going to be a team that I put up in the rankings unless, I don't know, you're like the freaking Jets and you like lose by no, not even the Jets. Wasn't even a good team to pick. Raiders play like an actual NFL team. They'll probably go up. There you go. Cardinals, though, they're playing like an NFL team, but they're still losing games. Like they've lost 5 straight. Like I don't know what to tell you guys. All these games are close. Win a close game, and then we can talk. They're on their bye week, though, so they got some stuff to figure out. Kyler getting healthy might help a little bit. 23 game the Bengals. I wanted to put them higher, but their defense can't stop a cold, so I can't really do that. Joe Flacco makes this offense look decent, but there are going to be games where he absolutely sucks, too. You got to remember that. But again, if Joe Burrow's healthy by like week 6 or 7, oh, wait, that's already happened. They can make the playoffs. But yeah, that was a very nice Thursday night game they had. Again, they have 2 absolutely elite receivers, so kind of how you expect them to play. Well, the guy who at least can get them the football. 22, give me the Ravens. Lamar being back is, again, he's not really going to be back. He's not going to be 100%, but him just being on the field is going to make this team obviously exponentially better. I do not expect this team to be very good until like week 14, to be honest with you guys. But there's no reason not to expect them to play a very solid game against the Bears this week. They still have lost, 4 straight games, and they're 1-5. But again, if there's a team to get out of this and be like on like a hot heater, it is the Ravens. That's what I'll say there. Again, I've not lost belief in this team just yet. But again, if Lamar goes out there and doesn't look healthy whatsoever, like they're not even trying to run him, they probably won't even try to run him either. But again, if there's definitely like a lot off there with him when I'm watching him, it's gonna be hard for me to really buy into this team. But at the same time, I'm not again losing too much hope on them just yet. 21, I have the Vikings. Yeah, they don't have a quarterback, so that's an issue. Carson Wentz at least is capable of running this offense and moving them up and down the field, but he makes a lot of mistakes, and he, again, very, very quickly will put this team in a really tough spot because of the fact that he's just a straight up, obviously an inaccurate quarterback, and the way this defense plays does not complement how this offense is going to need to play the rest of the year to be a competitive and winning football team. But at the same time, I'll talk about them tomorrow too. I don't want to get too deep into it, but the Vikings again obviously are a team that aren't really having the greatest of performances right now. 20, I have who do we have at 20? Who do we got at 20 right now? Where did 20 go? Who do I have at 20? It's the freaking Texans? Yeah. Texans are not good. They're frustrating to watch. Their offense is absolutely terrible. They can't run the ball. Again, I'm trying to take too much credit away from that Seahawks defense. But they can't run the ball. CJ Stroud, some games looks like an absolute idiot. Other games he looks fine. Again, there's no way around it. Again, like this offense is just really tough to watch. And defensively, despite them being very good, forcing all those turnovers, there are points where they aren't always the most, again, consistent too. Even though they're obviously an elite group. So, Texans, again, really didn't show me much on Thursday night that I wanted to see, to be honest with you guys. So, got to step it up there. 19, I have the Commanders. They are in a rough spot right now. They're not obviously out of anything, but at the same time, they're 3-4. They got their butts kicked by the Cowboys in a game that I don't even think was going to be close. It was already getting out of hand by the time Jaden Daniels got injured. Now the fact that he is injured, and Marcus freaking Mariota, who again has already started a couple games through the season, and one of them, especially against the Falcons, didn't look good at all. this is a team, again, especially going into Kansas City this week, they're set up to get their absolute butts kicked. That's all I'll say. Now, looking really good for the Commanders right now. 18, I have the Jaguars. Again, a lot of people would put them lower because of how bad they played, but I'm still not too concerned for them just because of the fact they're still a healthy team, and their offense, despite being absolutely atrocious the past 2 weeks, has talent on that out there. Travis Hunter, as you saw, even though, again, it was more of a, Chris Hall hits a three down to cut the lead to 42 sort of thing. He had a very nice game. BJJ is going to get going at some point. He's way too talented for that to continue. Their running game needs to get back on track, though, and that offensive line needs to find a rhythm. If those two things don't happen, this offense will be bad the rest of the season. I guarantee you it. Trevor Lawrence is not good enough by himself to be able to do that, especially at this point in his career. I'm not obviously acting like he's old or anything, but we know who he is. And then defensively, I don't even know where to start. They had a rough week, but so they didn't give up too many yards. 17. I have the Falcons. They had an inconsistent week. They can't really stop the run too consistently, which is an issue, but I need their rookie linebackers and edge rushers to make more plays. They are talented enough to do so. Jeff Ulbrich just needs to kind of let them do their thing out there a little bit more. Not obviously the whole time, because that's just going to be bad, but still you get the point there. And offensively, you kind of just sucked. So, hopefully you're better at home next week. 16, I have the freaking, who do we have at 16? I don't even know. What do we have at 16? Oh, the freaking Bears. The Bears are an interesting team. Their offense is really starting to find an identity, which I find very concerning as a person watching them because of how good they'll probably be. But Caleb Williams still hasn't really done too much to make me really happy just yet. But again, they've won 4 straight games, guys. This is a hot team right now. Defensively, they're still not the most talented. Again, there's really nothing that I look at the Bears that's really glaring at me to say they're going to be really, really good. But again, they're on a win streak right now. Got to give them their props. 15, Chargers. The reason they're here is because they have Justin Herbert. That's really about it. Their defense is not good. Their offense is in shambles. There's no way around it. They have really that all they have right now on this entire team is a defense that has some talented players that are not getting their heads out of their arses. Probably the most talented quarterback in the league with a smoking hot girlfriend, and obviously, again, the receivers there. So those guys got to step up. Justin's got to step up. That's how they're gonna win games this year. Screw the freaking running game for now. As much as Jim Harbaugh going to hate it, that's what they're going to need to do. 14, give me the Niners. They continue to win despite being the most injured team I've ever seen. That's really nothing else to tell you guys there. 13, Cowboys. They played good, I guess. Their offense did what you'd expect them to do against a defense that was ill-prepared, and their defense didn't completely crap the bed despite them still being pretty bad. So we'll see how this stuff continues with them, but they're now, I guess, back at 500, and they got a huge game in Denver this week. Speaking of Denver, no, not just yet. But 12, I got the freaking, what do we have, the Steelers, I think? Yeah. Steelers, I understand, did not play very well at all on Thursday night, but their defense is too talented to ever play a game like that the rest of the season. I guarantee you Mike Tomlin will not let that happen, especially if when they play the Bengals again. But offensively, I need to see this group be a little bit more well-rounded. It was a lot of DK Metcalf making a crazy catch, even then he didn't even do that much, and, some other things going on. I do like the fact this offense was explosive, though. I think that will be an element to their game that they did not have last year, because, again, as much as Russ throws that moon ball, Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback than him. So that's why. 12, I got the Steelers, though. Number 11, give me the Patriots. They are on a 4-game winning streak. I still don't love them, though. I'm a little bit skeptical if this team's really a top 10 group. A lot of people think they are because of how Drake May's playing, but realistically, they haven't really been a legit opponent outside of the Buffalo so far. I need to see this defense play at a higher level as well to really trust this team overall, but Mike Vrabel's doing a good job there right now. Number 10, getting into the top 10. I got the Bills right there. Only reason they're ahead of the Patriots is because they're a more talented team. They have Josh Allen. They have not looked good their past 2 games, but they are off their bye week. They definitely, I think they'll figure some things out for sure this game. But I don't expect them to go out there against the Panthers and completely dominate, which, again, they should, but they probably won't. Number 9, I have the what do we got at 9? The Broncos. They're on like a 4-game winning streak as well, but guys, this is not a sustainable way to win for them. They're gonna get their absolute behinds kicked this week. I hope they do. Cowboys, please do that. Broncos offense is a little bit all over the place. 33 points in the fourth quarter is absolutely insane, though. Again, one of the crazier games you'll ever see. Sean Payton needs to realize that this offense is not going to be built on throwing the ball, dinking and dunking for 2 quarters, and then just kind of, going crazy in the fourth. And then their defense as well hasn't exactly been the greatest so far this season either, despite getting some pretty decent pressure rates the past couple weeks. Number 8, Eagles. Still not really moved by that win against the Vikings. I think they had a pretty solid defensive effort, and offensively, obviously, Jalen Hurts cooked the hell up. But at the same time, when he's blitzed, he doesn't really have to process much, which, again, for some people might be a little bit weird. But for him, it speeds him up, and he actually has to make plays. But again, I think that, again, if you get into a 3rd and long, get a lead on this team, and they're good as dead there. Number 7, I have the Packers. They're the only one-loss team left in the NFC. Again, they're still not the greatest. You saw they underperformed against the Cardinals last week. Still a team, though, that is going to be able to compete, obviously, with very, very good teams, and at times look like one of the best teams in football. But still, they have not really gotten back to that week 1, week 2 form just yet. We'll see how they can play this week in a big one in Pittsburgh. 6, I have the Seahawks. So again, 6-7 there with both these NFC teams. Seahawks are a very good team. Just the fact, again, their secondary is a little bit injured right now, and they, again, have had their shortcomings so far this year are definitely issues. They need a number 2 guy, obviously that being Cooper Kupp, to step up. Pretty good one there. And obviously JSN has been absolutely insane this year. Running game has been good. Offensive line has really stepped up as well. I like what's going on there. But still, at the same time, this is a team that does need a little bit more things to go their way if they're going to get a move up here. Number 5, I got the Bucks. They didn't play really well at all against the Lions on Monday night. I will say their defense did keep them in the game most of it. But again, the fact that, again, a guy like Mike Evans, who's going to give you a massive part of their game plan, that one got injured. And also Baker really wasn't good at all. Really hurt them in this game. It tells you, again, he's a very valuable quarterback by the way he played in that game. Not really, though, because, I mean, if Jahmyr Gibbs didn't go off, they probably would have only lost by a couple points. No, anyway, though, 4 I got the Chiefs. Would have put them higher, but they have 3 losses, and I don't know. They should be number 1, though, probably next week. Chiefs just keep winning. Number 3, I have the Lions. I wanted to put them higher, but realistically, I don't love the fact they play with their food in this game. Any team that plays with their food, if you don't already know, I do not like when that happens, because either you lose the next week, similar to what happened with the freaking Cardinals against the Titans, or you just get your absolute butt kicked in another game, because that happens. But they're obviously a very, very complete football team, and they're obviously very, very good. 2, I got the best record in NFL in the Colts. Again, would put them at number 1, but like, I have a reason why they're not number 1. They looked absolutely fantastic on offense against the Chargers. Defensively, they had some issues, but who really cares when you're putting up that many points? Continue to do your thing, guys. Don't choke against the Titans this week, though. That's all I'll say. Number 1, give me the Rams. I can put them at number 1 because they absolutely destroyed the Jags, even though realistically they did play their food a little bit in that game. But Ian, tell me why they're not number 1. Why can't they be number 1? That's all I'll say there. That's what I'm going to say. Again, you're not going to give me a good answer because they're the most complete team in football right now. They're 5-2 going their bye week as well, and they got some big ones after that, though. Thank God we play the Saints next week, though. So all I got for you guys here in Week 8 power rankings. If you have any gripes, which you definitely will, please put those down in the comment section below. And if you want to make your own tier list and, complain about my power rankings, go ahead and do so. But anyway, I have you guys for the Thursday Night Football preview and predictions tomorrow, as well as Week 9 now. That's actually crazy. College football game day picks. That's all I got for you guys here. Hope you guys enjoy. Again, the rest of your week. And now let's get see you guys for the Thursday night game tomorrow.
Oh, it's a fake. Direct snap. Boswell throws, and it is caught by Villanueva for a touchdown. Whew, what a play. Boswell right on target. And the Steelers close out the half with a fake field goal touchdown.
Smith says, anything you can do on special teams, I can do better. What a play call. And a great job by Boswell.
Yes.